Hey everyone, so today I'm going to do the Draw My Life tag, and I know that this tag is usually done by established YouTubers, but I thought that this was a very interesting tag, so here's my take on it. So on the 2nd of January 1992, I was born at 1:57 a.m. and my mom told me that when I was born, doctors found poop in my mouth, as in my own poop, not my mom's poop, and I guess that's the reason why I talk poop until today. So at home, okay, Singapore homes don't look like that. Majority of us live in HDB flats, and I'm part of the majority. So my family lived in a HDB flat, and I lived with my parents and my grandparents. And for the record, my grandpa is not wearing a skirt; he's wearing a kain pelikat. Okay, and yeah, so I'm the only child. That's me. La 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 la. Me. So, and when I was 6, I went on to kindergarten, and I kind of enjoyed kindergarten, I guess, but I can't remember what I did there. And when I was 6, my grandpa passed away. I was upset. I was sad. I mean, I cried, but I guess I was too young to understand what death meant. When I was 7, I moved on to primary school, and I guess I kind of liked primary school, but there was this point in time where I kept giving my parents excuses saying I have a tummy ache because there was this girl who kept pushing me around, and I just didn't like it, and I just didn't want to go to school. But you know, 5 years later, which when I was in primary 6, we had to sit for primary school leaving examinations. So I was studying, but around that time, my grandma got really ill, and she was hospitalized. And it made me really sad because she took care of me since I was young. But eventually she passed away. She didn't survive her sickness, and that was one of the saddest days of my life. Yeah, it was just the saddest day of my life. And every time when I come home from school, usually she'll always be there to wait for me at the door and welcome me home. But since she passed away, I found myself really upset when I came home. You know, I was feeling very lonely, and all I wanted to do was just sit down one corner and just tell, like, I wish she could hear me say, you know, I miss you and all that. I kind of regret not saying I love you to her enough. But I have to go on with my life, and I did my PSLE exams, and I did kind of okay, I guess, and went on to secondary school. And in secondary school, you could say I was a social butterfly because I love making new friends. I love, you know, carrying out camps and, you know, being like camp chief and all that. I was really like, woo, into it. And I got into my first relationship, but it didn't work out. But nevertheless, that was, you know, a relationship that I don't regret lah. And when I was 15, I met my 2 best girlfriends who are still my best friends still today, Fariha and Liana. And yeah, there were 3 of us. We are known as Robocop. Yeah. So we had to save our O-level exams, and eventually I went on to do my polytechnic education or my diploma education, where I studied psychology at TP or Temasek Polytechnic in Singapore. But upon graduation from secondary school, we realized that the 3 of us had to part, as in me, Fariha and Liana, because I went to Temasek Poly and both of them actually went to another polytechnic, which was kind of far away. So we were separated, and I was lonely, but not for long, because in poly I actually, you know, met new friends, and I got to do something that I always wanted to do, which was dance. And that's where I met my few good friends from dance, who are namely Cheryl, Crystal and Amanda. Sorry I can't draw Amanda and Crystal because I just, you know, have no space and I can't draw for nuts. But grades wise, I wasn't really good with my grades. You know, I kept getting C's and B's, and I kind of wondered whether I went to the right course. So one day I got really bad results for my essays, and Miss Dian, who was my lecturer at that time, kind of pulled me one side and she talked to me, and I cried in front of her saying that I felt really incompetent in this. But she inspired me to, you know, put in a little bit more effort and ask whenever I need to have any help or whatever. And I asked help from my friends, who were namely Keith, Nabila, Grace and Fiona, or Fiona and Grace. So I want to thank Miss Dian for really being an inspiration, because I think if it wasn't for you, Miss Dian, I think I would have given up. And then at that time, I also got into my second relationship, but it didn't work out as well, and I felt very like I lost confidence, and that was where I started to discover makeup, and not for to cover up purposes, but just pure interest. And then Miss Diane told me that in year 3 you have to go for internship. So she sent me to this internship place, and I was ready to ace it, get passed with recommendation and make the people there like me. So internship, here I come. So I went on internship and I met this tall dude, like super tall, and he is Khairun. And he is the most difficult character to draw in my Draw My Life, seriously. But he was freaking tall, as in he is very, very tall. And I not hated, but I found him so irritating. On the first day, he told me, I apologized for, being late for lunch, and he was like, sorry, got cure, is it? I was like, okay, I don't like you because you're so irritating and annoying. So yeah, but anyway, we eventually got together, and because he's so funny and he makes me laugh all the time. And he's just very caring and loving and very hilarious. And I just had to leave internship already because the 3 months was up, and it was time for us to do our last project in Polytechnic. And I did it with 3 other girls, Nabila, Fiona and Grace, and we aced it, literally, because we got a freaking A. Then upon finishing our major project, we graduated, or rather I graduated too, and I got my diploma in psychology. But there was another challenge after that, whereby I had to apply to a university, but I got rejected a lot. And everyone around me, like my cousins all, they all got accepted, and my family kind of looked down on me because I didn't get accepted to uni. And I kind of felt very demoralized and very sad. But Khairun told me to not give up, so I went on and applied to a private institution, to which I got accepted. But I didn't continue doing psychology though. I did, or currently am doing, communications. So that's where my life is at the moment. But basically, I guess all I can say is just that, when you fall, you don't just stay down. You just have to get up and try again. I know it's very cheesy, but it's kind of true. So really, just be happy, try, put in a lot of effort, as much effort as you can, and just it really helps to have good people around you to push you and cheer for you. So that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. Bye!